How's it going?
I'm doing fine. How are you doing?
Okay. It's my understanding that you've been asked to leave here a couple of times?
This is public property. You
No,
know
ma'am,
that.
it's not.
Yeah.
You need to be out on the sidewalk if you want to consider it public property. This is not public property.
Who
This
owns
is
it?
Convention Center property.
Yeah, the city owns the convention center.
Okay. Well,
Did you know
need to be out on
that,
the sidewalk to do
sir?
this.
Officer
You need to be out on the sidewalk,
J.
ma'am.
Ricardo. I've contacted an attorney regarding these issues,
Okay.
and there's case law that has already been through the system
Okay.
that indicates that any property that is public property, public domain, that is freely open to the public, where I don't have to pay for an admission, I'm part of that public. So First Amendment rights apply to me just like anybody else.
This is private property, though.
It's not private, it's public, because the city of Tampa owns it.
This is private property. You can argue it all you want.
Is the city of Tampa private?
We're not here to argue with you, ma'am. Okay.
Are you going to arrest me if I
No,
don't move?
well, what I'm asking you to do is go out on the sidewalk where it's public space.
I understand that you're asking me, but I choose to be here because this is my targeted audience.
If you choose to be here, then you're going to get trespassed from the property, and then you'll have to leave. And if you choose to stay after that, then you would get arrested for trespass after warning. I don't want to have to do that with you, but that's why I'm asking you to go stand on the sidewalk and do whatever you want to do. That's public space, and you can.
This is public space right here too. Did you know that? This is public. This is a public sidewalk, right?
Are you listening to me?
I am.
Okay.
But apparently you're not listening to me.
I heard everything you said, man.
What did I say?
I understood what you said, and
What
I don't
did
need
I
to
say?
repeat it to you, okay? I'm telling you, you need to go stand on the sidewalk, okay, outside of this property, okay?
This is public property right
Okay,
here.
well, you're going to get trespassed then.
Right.
On public property.
This is not public property. It's owned by a private business, which she just explained. So if you want the explanation, she can come over here and explain it to you. Okay.
This
right
is-
now, that there's no argument at this point. You're gonna either have to leave or you're gonna have to get trespassed. Okay.
On public property.
This is not public property. For the
Who owns it?
The convention center does.
The city of Tampa owns the convention
The
center.
convention center. Here, you want this lady to explain this to you?
You're the police
All right,
officer.
I'll have this lady come over. Hey, ma'am, can you come
A.R.
over here and explain to her that
Minnow? M-I-N-O? How do you say your last name, ma'am? Is it Minnow? Minnow? How do you say your last
She's
name?
going to explain to you right there.
Officer, I'm asking you a question. Can you
Okay,
please
and we're
answer?
also asking you a question, too. We're asking you to leave, and she wants you to leave. She's asked you multiple times to
She
leave.
can't.
So go
She
ahead and
can't remove
explain-
me off of
explain-
public
can you
property.
explain to her?
So how I'm explained to it and how we were trained is that the river walk is a public walkthrough and the sidewalk is public walkthrough.
This is public right here.
This is not the river walk or the sidewalk.
The city of Tampa owns this property. By the way, who's your commanding officer today?
We'll get to that if we need to, ma'am. But
I need
would
for you
let
to
her explain this
contact.
to you
I
first?
understand.
Would you-
She's not correct. She's actually not correct. So we need your commanding officer to come out here to explain this. Okay?
No problem.
Thank you, ma'am. Sir?
Let me speak to you for a second, okay? Turn your camera on, turn your mic up, whatever you want to do, okay? I don't understand what you're trying to accomplish by doing it right here.
This is my target audience right here.
What is your target audience?
The public.
I know, but who?
Adults, children, anybody who is just out in the open
Okay, but you
for me to get my
understand
message
that.
to.
Yeah, what do you do for a living?
I am a homemaker.
You're a homemaker?
I've raised 6 children.
6 children.
And now I have a
What does your-
granddaughter
what
I'm
does your
taking care of.
husband
Why is that what's relevant about that? Why do you have to know that?
do? Because this woman right here is trying, her livelihood is this business, okay?
Right.
Her livelihood is them selling food
Right?
and drinks to people that are sitting out here.
I understand that.
So this right here is affecting her business. People like that couple right there, they don't want to sit there and
Do
watch.
you realize
look
what
at
you're
this.
saying, officer? Do you
Yes.
realize what you're saying?
Yes.
I don't think you do. You're
That-
saying that it's okay for this murder to go on and
No, I'm
on,
not saying it's okay.
unchallenged, for the
I'm not saying it's
comfort of
okay.
other
But
people.
what I'm saying is okay. Okay, what is okay is for you to be somewhere else where there's not food involved. Okay, maybe on that side.
But there's
okay?
no food.
Yeah, food. People are sitting here trying to eat. You're affecting their business, their livelihood. Okay. So I'm not telling you can't do what you're doing. Okay. I'm just asking you. I'm asking you.
I appreciate it. I
to just
appreciate
move
it.
your things. I understand you want to be in the shade and everything with your hat on and your camera and everything. But can you move to that side where there's no food? So this woman right here who's trying to make probably for her children who aren't right here. who aren't doing this right here.
And it's possible she's murdered some of her children too.
And it's possible that she hasn't. It's possible that she has
Well,
a young daughter at home that she's trying to provide for, but she can't because
but
you're
there's
taking that away from her.
probably there could be like men and women right here that have a baby scheduled to be murdered this week, and because
Probably
they're seeing
not.
the images,
Probably
you
not.
don't know that 100%.
But I can tell you this, they're definitely scheduled to have a hamburger and eat it right here.
And that's
okay?
more important than trying to stop a murder.
No, but what's more important is this sign being somewhere where there's not food.
What's more important is that this is being
So what's
exposed.
the difference between right here and right there?
I'm reaching my target audience.
Okay,
right
and your
here.
target audience is walking right by here. They're just not
It's
sitting
everywhere.
here eating.
Well, next time, I might go over there. I kind of scale out the area when I come, so I can get the best amount of people. But I know that right now, because of this convention, this volleyball convention going on today, tournament, that I'm catching a lot of young people, and that's really my key target audience is the young people.
Am I bothering you?
You are infringing a little bit, yeah.
Well, I may stand here the rest of my shift, and that's till 6 o'clock. Okay, I may stand right here. I might stand right in front of your sign
And what
until
would be
6
your
o'clock.
purpose?
To try to give a little bit of confidence that these people might be able to eat today. That this lady might be able to take home.
What about the
that
baby?
The lady, there are no babies
What
out here.
about
If there
the
were babies out
baby?
here, I wouldn't want them looking at that anyway.
You can't see them in their mother's womb right now.
Okay.
So I'm being a voice for those babies that you can't see that are in their mother's womb right now.
Yeah. They can't hear you.
So their lives don't matter because I
didn't
can't.
say that it doesn't
okay,
matter.
their lives do matter, sir, and that's why I'm here, Officer Zelensky.
It's not a reference of matter or doesn't matter. Okay? It doesn't.
You should be valuing all human life. That's why I'm here today.
All right, and I'm going to hang out with you right here. Okay? Right here with you.
Just don't block my sign.
I will block your sign.
You will block my sign?
Yes, I will.
That's infringing
This is
on...
a public right of way, so if you can stand here, I can
You
stand
can,
here.
but you're not allowed
Okay?
to infringe on my free speech. If you block my sign intentionally, you are infringing on my free speech.
Am I really?
And I'm going to
I'm
contact
not
an attorney.
I'm not blocking it. I'm not putting my
You
hand in
just
front of
said
it.
you would.
I am standing here talking to you, and if just so happens that I'm standing in front of your sign where the people that are eating aren't looking at it,
I've got you
then
recorded. You said
I
you would
understand
intentionally
that.
block my sign.
No, not intentionally. I said I
You
will
said
block
you
your
would.
sign. I said I will block your sign. Yes.
That's intentional.
No. If
That's
I
it.
just happen to be standing in front of you talking like you and I are doing right now, and your sign is there, it's blocked.
Right now it's not blocked.
Okay.
But if you stand in
Right.
front of it, it would be blocked.
Okay. And the people eating right now don't have to see it. So we're kind of both at a win. Right? If I was trying to stop you, I'd be giving you a hard time. I'd try to get you to leave and all this. One thing I'm asking you is, you're speaking of morals and stuff. Morals is this little girl over here that might want to have lunch with her father. It doesn't want to look at a fetus that's, has your camera seen the sign that you're showing everybody?
Oh, yeah.
Let's put that on camera.
I put it on my...
Let's put that on camera real quick.
Oh, okay. Sure.
Okay, get that on camera.
Sure.
Okay, so the judge and jury can see what you're showing people why they're eating.
Right.
Okay,
It's free
Perfect.
speech.
Thank you.
Okay.
And I understand that.
Okay.
Okay, but I'm asking you as a person, as an individual, as a mother, as a grandmother, and as this lady's trying to make her livelihood, not to do it. Very concerned about their children that are out here, that are looking at disgusting material.
They're minor
A fetus that has been withdrawn from the body. How old is that
He's
fetus?
been murdered.
How old is that?
This little baby is about 10 to 12 weeks from conception.
On a table, cut open. Who wants to see that? Who wants to see that? Answer the question. Who wants to see that? Do you want to see that?
No, I
Do you
don't.
want to see that?
No, I don't.
Well, you're actually showing everybody that.
But you know what's more important is that this murder end. That's what's more important. That's what's more important than people's appetite.
Really?
Yes.
Really?
A person's life who is being murdered, you don't think that up? You're a man of the law, sir, who's supposed to protect, to serve him. You
And
take
I
an
am
oath.
protecting the law.
What about
You're
these babies?
right.
You're here to protect
You're right.
people.
Everybody
You're
else is
Are
right.
these babies not people?
They have the right to be able to do that if they want to.
To do what? To murder their children? So you're saying that these babies
I
don't...
don't make the laws. Okay? I don't.
Public, we as the people elect officials to speak on our behalf, to make laws, to regulate laws, so that we can live in peace,
What's going on?
so that we can protect people from being physically violent. But currently there is no protection for these little babies who are being brutally murdered every week, every day in America. And here we have men and women of the law who have disregarded the lives of these little preborn babies. This is exactly what you're exhibiting, and now you're ignoring me. And I'm here to be a voice for these little babies, so that because their lives matter.
The only voice that matters out here is yours.
No, I'm speaking for these little preborn babies.
I already tried to explain it to you, man, but you don't want to hear it. So I don't know what else to tell you.
Why don't you listen to the babies? They scream in agony when they're being brutally ripped apart. If you Google it online, you can hear the silent scream. If you go watch it, there was a former abortionist who filmed a sonogram of an abortion, and he saw the baby's mouth open up in a scream. He saw that on the sonogram, this baby screaming, a baby this little.
Who are you talking to?
I'm talking to you who are trying to ignore me.
I'm not trying to, I am.
Is that the way a corporal should treat a private, law-abiding citizen?
I'm not having opinion on this topic here. My job out here is to make sure that the rights of the people here and your rights
And what about the rights of the preborn children?
I don't make the law for abortion. Okay? I don't.
And at this point, it's legal, so there's nothing that we'd be able to do about it anyway.
Exactly.
But I can change public opinion, and that's what I'm doing
You can't change
today.
everybody's opinion here.
Not everybody. I don't need...
You know what you're doing right now? You're getting everybody to hate you. Okay?
It's not about me, sir. I'm trying to protect the lives of these
It's
innocent
about everybody
babies.
else that's around you that has to witness it. That's the point.
Yeah, nobody wants to see that.
Their lives are not being threatened.
They are, because they're
They're lives. Listen to me. They're not having somebody take a sharp instrument, and poke them in the skull. That's what's happening to these babies.
I'm sorry to...
These little babies are having an instrument just pierce through their skull, and their forceps are being wrapped around their skull, and their skull's being crushed.
I didn't realize that. I didn't realize.
You notice, everybody, the police cannot run me off. Okay? You need to understand, this is public property. And in America, we have First Amendment, free speech. And this is what I'm here today. I am exercising my free speech in America because I have a grievance against our government who has decriminalized.
Do you have a permit?
I don't need a permit.
Oh, okay, so you don't have a permit. He doesn't have a permit.
You do not need a permit on public property to exercise First Amendment activity. This has already been established through case law.